Good morning. For today's chapel, I want to talk to you about nighttime, your bedtime routine, because I know I've been sleeping really poorly lately with all the stress and the unsettling that this time is bringing. And so I was talking with some of our families who had to go through the awful tornado back in Easter. It makes it difficult to sleep sometimes. And so I wanted to talk to you about little things that have helped me over the years, and maybe it will help you too. So I have a collection of things by my bed that help me sleep. One is pillow spray. So every night before I get in bed, I spray my pillow, and it smells so good. This has eucalyptus in it, and there's something about in my brain, I smell it and I know it's sleep time. I also have some lotion that has lavender in it. And the smell of lavender helps you relax and sometimes helps you sleep. And so when I put this on, I put it on my arms and I put it on my hands and I take a deep breath, and it helps my body to sleep. And I learned years ago that your lips can get really chapped at nighttime. And so I have lavender lip balm, which normally I wouldn't put on in the daytime, but I keep this by my bed in a little dish, and it's shaped like a sloth, of course. And when I get in bed, put this on, and all these things help me to relax and help my body know it's time to sleep. But sometimes, even though my body's ready to sleep, my mind is still awake, and it's thinking about things. And I don't know if this happens to you, but it seems like nighttime is the time that my brain thinks, this is the time to worry about things. This is time to be concerned. I need to think about all these things that went wrong today, or that I need to do tomorrow, or this person said to me 10 years ago. My brain just does that. And I bet that if it's happening to me, it could be happening to other people. So, one thing that I wanted to share with you is from the prayer book. So in the Episcopal Church, in our Episcopal faith tradition that our school is connected to, our Episcopal identity, there is a service at the end of the day, right before nighttime, right before bedtime. It's called Chaplain. And if you have a Book of Common Prayer in your home, it is on page 127. And it is just the most delightful way to ease into the nighttime. And what you do is you pray, and you think about maybe the things that didn't quite go right, and you talk to God about those things. And in the Episcopal faith tradition, it's called a confession of sins. But I think in any family, any faith tradition, or maybe just anyone, you could think about, maybe I didn't do my best in these areas today. But you know what? I'm a person, and I make mistakes, and I have tomorrow to try again. So you do that. And then you read from the Psalms, a few Psalms, and they're all about how God keeps us safe and how we can rest and relax because God's love is all around us. And then you pray. And I wanted to share one of my very favorite prayers, and it's from this little service. And I have done this service by myself. I've done it with a big group of people. My favorite, one time I was over at a friend's house, and her kids had actually memorized it. And so they knew it word by word. And it was just so sweet. And these were little kids, like 5 and 3 years old. And this is my very favorite prayer. So let us pray. Keep watch, dear Lord, with those who work or watch or weep this night. And give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend the sick, Lord Christ. Give rest to the weary. Bless the dying. Soothe the suffering, pity the afflicted, shield the joyous, and all for your love's sake. Amen. And I love that. I love that God is watching all over all those people, those who work or watch or weep, and those who sleep. And I think especially during this time, we have really important people who work in hospitals, working all hours, and I think it's really important we keep them in our prayers. Now, that prayer is on page 137 of the Book of Common Prayer, and I will actually make sure that it's attached to this video so that you can read it if you like it as well. When I was about, I guess, in level 6, I didn't go to St. Nicholas when I was in that age, so it would have been called 4th grade for me. I learned of this prayer, and it is a rhyme. And for some reason, rhymes stick in my head. And I'm going to share it with you in case it might be a comfort to you, because when I was little, sometimes I just had the hardest time going to sleep, and I'd pray this prayer over and over and over until I'd fall asleep. And it gave me such comfort, and because it was a rhyme, it stuck in my head. So it goes like this. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, bless this bed I lay upon. 4 corners to my bed, 4 angels around my head. 1 to sing, 1 to pray, and 2 to watch until the day. Amen. And I love that prayer because I just felt so comforted and that I was being cared for and taken care of, and it helped me to relax and to go to sleep. And I hope that you are sleeping well, that you're able to relax, and maybe you get yourself a little pillow spray. Maybe you use one of these prayers I've shared to help you sleep. Maybe you just take a deep breath and think of one good thing from your day, one small blessing, one thing you're grateful for, and that helps you to relax and to get some good rest, because it's so important to get that good rest. I miss you all.